Hi! I'm back! Yay! I'm so excited to be back! Yay! Oh my goodness, cannot believe it's been a month. A month! What? Month blown. I mean, a month? Why? Has it been a month since I've been gone and haven't done a video? Was sick for like 2 weeks, and then still had a lingering cough for all the next week and a little bit of the week after. And mom was sick, Heather, my sister Heather, was sick, and so yeah, that's why I was gone. Yeah, and then since I felt better, I've just been too lazy to film. Yeah, that's it. Just too lazy to film. So, what's been going on here? I'll say a lot has been going on. Nothing really new, but stuff that nobody is getting on board with. I'm like, what? Why won't you do this stuff? So, on that note, I'm gonna talk about, no, I'm gonna talk about crochet first. So, first, I've got this blanket that I'm making, and I'm doing it, I think this color is turca or turquoise, turk or something. I'm not really sure, and I don't even remember how many chains I did, but I'm right at the beginning of the row, sort of. It's bigger than my wingspan. Like, seriously? Yeah, I think it is. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, it looks like this. It's just basic double crochet, back and forth and back and forth. But, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've started row 5. And I've started row 5. And see, this on screen, it looks so much lighter than it is. It's not that light at all. It's more medium. Yeah, it's a lot darker. And it's more of a, like a, it's not really turquoise though. I don't know, I don't actually know if this is the turquoise color or not, because I lost the ball band, so I don't know. And I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna do 6 rows of this, and then I'm gonna do, I don't know if I'm gonna put gray or not, but if I do put gray, it'll be this gray, which is charcoal, I think. Yeah, charcoal by Red Heart. It's a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. So, yeah, I may put like, if it looks right, I may put 2 rows of this, and then I'm gonna use this, which is perfect pink, and do 6 rows. So it's gonna be 6, 2, 6. Yeah. So that's, and all I've done is last night I did a complete row, but I think I finished a row. I finished row 3. Row, no, I finished row, yeah, I was done with row 2. Well, I finished it and stuff. I was trying to figure out what I had done. But, yeah, I had finished a row, and then did a row, and then did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did 8 stitches of row 5. which I just tore out. Yeah, I need to use stitch markers. Yeah, but I didn't, so I only have like one, maybe two. I don't even know. I don't know. So I'm just gonna wind this up and wind it and wind it and wind it. And I've done that. And I was doing my data hat, and I had the brilliant idea, being me, to change the pattern, make it just a little bit bigger, even though the one before fit him good. Now, there's the hat, and do you see how big and gigantic this thing is? This thing is huge, and it's not stretched one bit. It is not stretched out at all. So, if I find like a giant with a head, well, of course the giant would have a head. Why would the giant have a head? I'm so retarded. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was not a good idea. That was more like a fail. So I don't know if I'm gonna frog it or just keep it and hope that somebody has a head big enough, or what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. And then I had showed on my last episode, yeah, which was a long time ago, a bunch of squares that I had done, and I had no idea what I was gonna do with them. But one of my friends on YouTube is doing a a blanket, making a blanket. People send in squares, and she's doing a blanket. We'll put them together and making them into a blanket, and then she's gonna send them to another friend that's got some health problems. So yeah, I'm gonna send her all of those, and there's a bunch. I'll hold up the stack. This is how big the stack is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, and then this one that my grandma crocheted like 7 million years ago makes 22. 22. Yeah. 22. And I've got to mail them. I've got to mail all 22. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. So, stick this back in my bag. Back in the bag. And it's living, everything is living in the bag. Big old huge bag that's got my name on it. I love this bag. My friend got it for me a bunch of years ago, like 5, 6 years ago. No, like 4 or 5 years ago. So, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And these aren't going in the bag, right? No, they're not. There we go. There we go. No. I'm sorry you're watching me put stuff in a bag. How fun. How much fun for you. But why did I zip up the bag? This has not been touched. Well, I haven't really crocheted much, so I don't have scraps. And that's what this is, a scrap granny square. One big granny square. When I have scraps, I just put it in there. Put them on there. So, yeah. There we go. Right in the bag. And then that's all that I've crocheted. But I want to make out of that same gray that I did Dad's hat. Well, Dad's hat. I want to do Mom's hat, Mama hat, and it's from something Designs. I can't pronounce it. It's OMB something. I don't even remember how to spell it. I'll have it in the down thingy, in the thingy jigger down there. So yeah. Oh my name. But I did that, and that's really all I've crocheted. And what I'm wanting to crochet is Mama hat, and out of that, and I want to try and see if I can make, stitch markers. I've got this whole thing. It used to have peanuts in it, a little bitty thing of peanuts. It is all full. Well, it's full of. Well, I'll show this in a second. But it's all. I don't want to fall out. That's why I'm holding my hand there. It's filled, and one fell out. But no one fell out. It's filled up with beads. Yeah. And there's some really pretty ones like this, just plain black bead, but I love it. I think it's so pretty. Or, where was it? I saw it a while ago. Oh, I don't know where it is. It was a really pretty long bead. Oh, I don't know now. But it's got this kind of bead, or whatever. And that big old one. I've got all kinds. I've got this. It's like bead soup, or whatever. So I want to see if I can do stitch markers with it. And I also want to finish this bracelet that I'm making. Yeah. Checking to see if my phone was still charging, which it's not. Something's wrong with my charger. Yeah. Twist it a little. Yeah. Looks like this. Oh, I got to twist it again. Now I am in no way a professional for my stuff. It's not gonna look the greatest, but this is what it looks like. Yeah. So I'm trying to make that. I started it a long time ago. Long time ago. Probably 5 years ago. Yeah. 4 or 5 years ago. So, yeah. It needs to be finished. I've got all the stuff to do it, but I just haven't done any beading lately. Anything with beads lately. So, I thought I'd try to just make stitch markers if I could. Alright. Now, okay, what I'm wanting to make is Mama hat. Anything else crocheted that I'm wanting to crochet? I can't really think of anything that I'm wanting to crochet. Maybe some more hats, because September 4th, I think, it's a Saturday. Well, it starts on Thursday. It's the Georgia Fiber Fest, and I'm gonna go. Starts on Thursday, but I'm not going until Saturday, the last day. I think Saturday's the last day. Yeah. And going to the podcaster meetup and everything. That's it, 2? No, 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 or something like that. So I'm gonna go and see what that's like. It'll be so interesting, so cool. I'm so excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and somebody that is gonna be there it's SSK Yarners. I think it's Karen. Yeah, Karen or Sharon? Might be Sharon. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But she's the one. She's collecting hats for, I think it's veterans, a veterans organization, and she sends them off up to, I think, New Jersey or somewhere. I'm not really sure, but she's collecting hats, so I might make some. I'm not sure yet, but I am so excited. And Margaret, oh, Mr. Sheriff is gonna be there. I can't believe it. I am so excited. I'm so excited to see everybody and everything. So now on to to all this stuff that I've got that I have acquired. And there's a good bit of stuff that I've acquired. Like I needed more yarn. But wait, there's more than just yarn. There's books. Not that I needed more books. And there's clothes. You will see a shirt and 2 other objects, 2 other pieces of clothing. So I got this first stuff. It was on sale at Hobby Lobby. This It's Loops and Threads Impeccable Big. And again, it's not showing up. It's showing up more orange than it is, and it's not as orange in real life. It's more, yeah, I just lose my head. It's more pink in real life. The color is rouge, and it is completely acrylic, and it is 858 yards, 784 meters, 14 ounces. Well, I guess it's meters. I don't know. I don't do the metric system because we're from backwards in the United States. There it goes. I hope I'm showing it right. Okay. That one. And no, I have no idea what I'm going to make with any of these. And that was, I want to say, $3. On sale for $3. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I could have said it won't. No. No, that is it. No, I got that at Michael's. I got the Loops and Threads at Michael's. Loops and Threads Impeccable at Michael's. And it was either $2 or $3. I don't remember which. It was on sale like half price from whatever it normally is. And this I did get from Michael. I love this yarn. and it was $2.39, and the color is dark raspberry, and it is 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 355 yards. Yes, and it is. I love this yarn. And then it is dark raspberry. And 355 yards, 7 ounces. And then very close to that color, but a little thicker, which they both say that there are 4, but that is thinner than this. This is, and I've never used any of this. This is Crafter's Secret. I got it from Hobby Lobby when I got the other. And this is $1.79. And the color for this is black cherry. And 7 ounces, 355 yards. But I guess because this is bigger, it may be the same amount, but it just, I don't know. It looks different. I've never used any of this Crafter's Secret yarn before. And then it's black cherry, which is my favorite Kool-Aid flavor, and is my mother's favorite flavor of kind of candle. My mother loves it. And the black cherry spray at Bath and Body Works. She loves that. Black cherry. Black cherry. There we go. And then I got those. And then at Walmart in like the next town or whatever, I got 4 skeins of yarn. 2 of the same color, but they were on sale. It's let's see what it's called. It is Red Heart with Love, which you can't see because the tag is on it. But this was only $3. $3. And the color for this is mango. And it is 100% acrylic. Acrylic. So number 4. I don't see where it tells how much yarn there is. I don't see that at all. No, it doesn't tell anywhere how much. Nope. Oh, it's covered up by the thing. It's 6 ounces. And let me put it back. 315 yards. 6 ounces, 315 yards. And they're all that way. They're all 6 ounces, 315 yards. And the other color that's indifferent is jadeite. Yeah, jadeite. And then it's the okay, this is completely covered up. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other color that I got was blue Hawaii. Oh, that is not coming out right at all. This is more of like a jewel toned, and it looks very bright, very light. Not bright, but light. And it is a jewel toned color. Oh, and I said they were all $3. No, the other two were $3, but this one was $1.50. $1.50. I don't know why that one was different or whatever, but it was. And then yeah, I got those to all of that. And that's my yarn that I have acquired. That I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do with it. None whatsoever, no idea. No idea not. And next I will show the books. Yes, I will. And I'm gonna go down just a little because the books are behind there. Okay. And it's gonna be just, hold on 1 second. I've got to reach over. Okay. Now, sorry for giving you some motion sickness. So these are books that I found. These right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That I found while I was cleaning my room. So, yeah. Okay, but I'm sure I got these at Goodwill. I got the hiccups at Goodwill because I always get stuff at Goodwill. And this book I obviously got for 25 cents, I guess. I have no idea. I don't know why I would get a book for 25 cents, but it says 25 on the front. And it's At Home in Midford by Jan Karen. And the reason I got this is because Elizabeth of Lizzie Faye Loves Books talks about this series all the time. And I wanted to give it a try, but I didn't remember her talking about it when I got it, actually. I just had read the back and thought it was something I would like, but then when I came home, I remembered her talking about it, and me thinking, oh, that sounds like something I would like. So I did get it because of her, but I just didn't remember that I was getting it because of her, if that makes any sense. And I'll read the back. Enter the world of Mitford, and you won't want to leave. It's easy to feel at home in Mitford. In these high green hills, the air is pure, the village is charming, and the people are generally lovable. Yet Father Tim, the bachelor rector, and rector is like a preacher, wants something more. Enter a dog the size of a sofa, who moves in and won't go away. Add an attractive neighbor who begins wearing a path through the hedge. Now stir in a lovable but unloved boy, a mystifying jewel theft, and a secret that's 60 years old. Suddenly, Father Tim, oh, I guess it's more like a priest, but not a priest. I think it's more like a reverend or a preacher. Because I saw a movie one time that had somebody that was called Father, and he was dating the main character, so not like priest. Father Tim. Suddenly, Father Tim gets more than he bargained for, and readers get a rich provincial comedy in which mysteries and miracles abound. So that sounds like something I might like. And then this book, my friend was reading this for a class she was taking in college. It was like a religious kind of class. She wanted to be what do you call it? A special ed teacher. So she had to take like classes that were like religious type classes. I don't know why, but I guess because of the complications of dealing with special ed kids. I don't really know. But the book is called The Shack, and they've since made a movie out of it. And I'll tell you right now, yes, I probably will eventually see the movie, but Octavia Spencer is the one that she plays in this movie, and I don't like who they have her playing, because I don't think that who she's portraying should be portrayed by a female. That's just me. But I haven't read the whole book, but from what I've seen and what I have read of it, I started the book. So who I'm thinking that she is, if she really is playing who I think she's playing, then yeah, I don't think she should be playing, or any female should be playing that character. And, well, in real life, it's not a character. Okay, I'll just come out and say it. She's playing Jesus. Jesus or God or whatever, I don't know. At least that's who it seems like from the trailer of the movie. And I think it should only be a man that portrays that. And but I do think Octavia Spencer is a great and wonderful actress. I've loved her in other stuff, so yeah, she's an amazing actress. But the book is The Shack, and I do need to read it. It's by W.M. Paul Young. W.M. I don't know what W.M. stands for, but I'll read the back of it too. Mackenzie Allen, Philip's youngest daughter, Missy. Okay, Mackenzie Allen Phillips' youngest daughter, Missy, has been abducted during a family vacation, and evidence that she may have been brutally murdered is found in an abandoned shack deep in the Oregon wilderness. 4 years later, in the midst of his great sadness, Mac receives a suspicious note, apparently from God, inviting him back to that shack for a weekend. Against his better judgment, he arrives at the shack on a wintry afternoon and walks back into his darkest nightmare. What he finds there will change Mac's world forever. In a world where religion seems to grow increasingly irrelevant, the shack wrestles with the timeless question, where is God in a world so filled with unspeakable pain? The answers Mac gets will astound you and perhaps transform you as much as it did him. You'll want everyone you know to read this book. So, The Shack, where tragedy confronts eternity. Yeah, it seems very intense, but it seems like something I would like. Just, I don't know about how intense it is. And then, the last three are Nicholas Sparks books, and he's my absolute favorite author ever. The one thing I can say without a doubt is that I do know who my favorite author is, and that's Nicholas Sparks. And I've got, or rather yet my sister has, but I will probably inherit it, because she only read it from a class in school, but the Notebook. But she's got it somewhere in her room. But so I actually have 4 of his books, but I don't know where the other one is. But this is Nights in Rodanthe, and I'll read you the back. Nights in Rodanthe. Reeling with heartache after her husband abandons her for a younger woman, Adrienne Willis flees to the small coastal town of Rodanthe, North Carolina, to tend a friend's inn. Here she hopes to find the tranquility she so desperately needs to rethink her life. But almost as Almost as soon as she gets there, a major storm is forecast, and a guest named Dr. Paul Flanner arrives. At 54, Paul has just sold his medical practice and is trying to escape his own shattered past. Now, with a fierce nor'easter closing in, two wounded people would turn to each other for comfort and in one weekend set in motion feelings that will resonate throughout the rest of their lives. This book is so good. The movie changes a lot of things, and one of the main things they change I didn't like, but I liked who they got to play it, but I didn't understand. Yeah, I did. He was everybody that plays in this movie is great in it, but there was just one thing that I didn't like about it, and I'm not gonna say what that was because it would be spoiling the book or the movie or whatever. But this is I found this while cleaning, and I'm sure I got it at Goodwill. And then the Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. I happened to find this at Goodwill. I do remember getting this at Goodwill, and it's in hardback, which is not something you find a lot at Goodwill. But I'll read you. It doesn't have it on the back. It's got it on the inside flap. Okay, the Lucky One. Oh, and this is also a movie. It has can't remember who the people are. To tell you the truth, I know the main guy is the actor that plays him is the one that was in High School Musical. That was the main dude in High School Musical. Can't remember his name. I remember his character in High School Musical. His name was Troy Bolton, but I I don't remember what his real name is. But he's been in other stuff since High School Musical. So, and yes, I was in love with High School Musical when I was young. Well, not too young because it came out when I was 19. So, um, the Lucky One. Okay, U.S. Marine Logan to I cannot pronounce this. I think it's pronounced Tybo, Tebow, something. I have no idea. Finds a photograph of a smiling young woman half buried in the dirt during his third tour of duty in Iraq. His first instinct is to toss it aside. Instead, he brings it back to the base for someone to claim. But when no one does, he finds himself always carrying the photo in his pocket. Soon he experiences a sudden streak of luck, winning poker games and even surviving deadly combat that kills two of his closest buddies. Only his best friend Victor seems to have an explanation for his good fortune. The photograph, his lucky charm. Back home in Colorado, he can't seem to get the photo and the woman in it out of his mind. Believing that she somehow holds the key to his destiny, he sets out on a journey across the country to find her, never expecting the strong but vulnerable woman he encounters in Hampton, North Carolina. Elizabeth, a divorced mother with a young son. Okay. He sets out on a journey across the country to find her, never expecting the strong but vulnerable woman he encounters in Hampton, North Carolina. Elizabeth, a divorced mother with a young son, to be the girl he's been waiting his whole life to meet. Caught off guard by the attraction he feels, he keeps the story of the photo and his luck a secret as he and Elizabeth embark upon a passionate and all-consuming love affair. The secret he is keeping will soon threaten to tear them apart, destroying not only their love but also their lives. Filled with tender romance, terrific suspense, The Lucky One is Nicholas Sparks at his best, an unforgettable story about the surprising paths our lives often take and the power of fate to guide us to true and everlasting love. And yes, I love this book. And the movie. The movie is so good. And this, I haven't read this book, but I've seen the movie. It's The Last Song. The Last Song. 16-year-old Veronica Ronnie Miller's life was turned upside down when her parents divorced and her father moved from New York City to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. 3 years later, she remains angry and alienated from her parents, particularly her father, until her mother decides it would be in everyone's best interest if she and her younger brother spent the summer with him in North Carolina. Ronnie's father, a former concert pianist, is living a quiet life in the beach town, immersed in creating a work of art that will be the centerpiece of a local church. Resentful and rebellious, Ronnie rejects all of his attempts to reach out to her and threatens to return to New York before the summer's end. But soon Ronnie meets Will, the town's local heartthrob, and the last person she thought she'd ever be attracted to. As Ronnie slowly lets her guard down, she finds herself falling deeply in love, opening herself up to the greatest happiness and pain that she has ever known. An unforgettable story of love in all its myriad forms. First love, love between parents and children. The Last Song demonstrates, as only a Nicholas Sparks novel can, the many ways that love can break our hearts and heal them. And that's the last of the books that I found in my bedroom when I was cleaning. I need to be more careful so that I can actually keep track of my books. But there's more books that I found at Goodwill. And I am so excited because some of these books I have wanted to read forever. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. Well, actually, all of them but one I've been wanting to read. But the fifth one sounds good too. 4 of them are Nora Roberts books. And I love Nora Roberts. Sorry for all the crinkling. Okay, the first one, and I've never seen this book before, so it's Nora Roberts, and it's called From the Heart. It's got 3 of her favorite novels, Tonight and Always, A Matter of Choice, and Endings and Beginnings. And this is what it looks like. And I'm not going to read the back. I don't even know what this is about, but if I read it, I'll tell you. So, that one. And then, I've been reading The Bride Quartet by her, and all I had left was the 4th book. And this was in, like, a bundle. It was tied up with, it had tape around it, I think it was all 4 of these books. And this was one of them. The 4th book, Happily Ever After. The book 4 in the Bride Quartet. I am so happy about this. So happy. Yes. Okay. Let me just look into that. And then I had been wanting to read the Ian Boonesborough trilogy that she had. And 2 of them are here. It's a trilogy, so there's only one more book I gotta get. And this is The Next Always, Book 1 in the Boonesboro Trilogy. Book 1. So, it's Book 1. And then, of course, it wouldn't have Book 2. It has Book 3, The Perfect Hope. Book 3 in Book 3 of the In Boonesboro Trilogy. So I just have to check out the second one from the library. And that won't be any problem. And then another Nora Roberts author. And then another author that I like is Kristen Hanna. And I found Night Road by her. So, yep. I've pretty much got enough to read for a while. Yep. So, I've done that. So let me put this all back in the bag. There will be more crinkling. I'm sorry. But I will say right now, on my TBR, this is probably the next book I'll read. Just because I want to finish the series. Okay, so next thing I have to show you is clothes. So, hold on one second. I got this shirt from Walmart. All the stuff I got from all three of these clothes I got from Walmart. Got at Walmart, Wally World, whatever. And this says, "All you need is summer." And I just thought it was so cute. It's a V-neck. And it's kind of ruched on the side. So cute. Just so adorable. And the back is just plain. And then I have two skirts. And this one's black. And this one's beige. Or khaki. Nothing much, but I thought they were really cute. So, I really liked them. So, yeah. So that is all that I've acquired. As if that wasn't enough. But, yeah. So, now, I'm going to talk about, I think first I'll talk about my craftathon. Okay, on Ravelry, I have the Faith Love Crafts group, and on Facebook, I have the ambiekraftsreads group, and in both places, I have the Craftathon 2017. It went from March 1st, or it's still going, all the way to December 31st. So you can head over there and everything. And you can do any kind of craft or whatever. I have a long list. I did 51. Should have been one more, but challenges or whatever. And what you have to do. Okay, the okay, I'll tell you the rules first. The first rule is only one project per challenge per person, which means like you as a person, if you say crochet a hat or sew a blanket or make a candle or a bracelet or something, that's one project, and then you can use it for, say, the first challenge is something in your favorite color. Say you made the hat pink and pink is your favorite color. Well, that's one project, that's one challenge, and you are the one person. So, you can do that. Okay, to participate, you have to sign up. You must sign up, and it says here to participate. I'm reading the rules off of my Ravelry thing, but there's a part on the Ravelry group and on the Facebook group where you can sign up for it. And all you really have to do is say, I'm signing up, or some people just say, sign me up, or something like that. So, and then number 3, you can add projects from other cows, crochet alongs, knit alongs, make-a-thons, or craft-a-thons. If you're making something for another reason, you can do that, and it's perfectly fine. Okay, now there is a sign up post, a finished objects post, and there's a sign up post, a finished object post, and a chatter post. And hold on one second because I've got to plug up my computer. Okay. And in the finished objects post, there will be a chatter thread and a finished object post and the sign up post. For the sign up post, you just need to put, if you just say I'm signing up or sign me up or something like that, that's fine because your name will be there showing who posted. And there's absolutely no chatter in the finished objects post. I repeat, no chatter in the finished objects thread or post or whatever. None. You're not to do that. I will take the post down because that's only there so that I can see, okay, this person done this and this and this and this, but then this person only did this. You get what I'm saying? And if there's chatter, it's going to get very confusing. Go to the chatter post and talk in there. And you can do any crafts at all. Candles, making picture frames out of tile, drawing any kind of art, crochet, knitting, tatting, I don't know. If you do woodwork, you can do that. You can do beading. You can do, if you make chairs, you can do that. Whatever. And then the way that I'm going to um gonna judge it or gonna score it. There you go. There's the word. The way that I'm gonna score it is each project is 1 point. But then you get extra points for and if you do these, you need to say, like when you post your picture or your whatever, just say this is dot dot dot. So a gift is 5 points. And if you do something, you make something for charity, it's 10 points. So each time you make something, if it's for a gift, write this is a gift or a gift or gift. And if it's for charity, you can just put charity or you can write this is for charity or whatever. And then the prizes, I don't have any prizes yet for somebody that is not a crocheter or a knitter. I only have that prize, but there will be 2 for that. And it will be the person that has made the most objects and the person that has the highest score. Now, you can make 30 objects but not have the highest score because your score could only be 30, and then somebody else that made 20 objects, they could have a higher score because all their stuff was for charity. So they got 10 points for each thing they did. But their score is way higher if they only made 20 things. Or you can only make 1 thing and have a higher score than somebody that made 3. So, I'm going to show the prize. It's from, I got this last year. It's from the Castone Cottage and Needlepoint Garden. That's the tag. I'm just covering up the address. And one prize is Rowan Pure Wool Worsted, which is 100 grams, and it's made with superwash wool in the color, I'm not sure, hold on a second, let me see if I can find a color. I don't know if there is a color. I don't think there is a color. No, I do not think there's a color. There's just the number 1948. It says lot, and it says 1948. But it's like a very deep jewel toned color. And it's coming up on the screen very true to color. Very true. And then the next one is the same brand, the Rowan Pure Wool Worsted, made with superwash wool, and it's 100 grams, and it is lot 1263. And it's like a pumpkin color, or maybe dark pumpkin. It's coming up way lighter than it is, and it could just be my lighting, but it's looking way more orange. This is more of a really dark orange. Oh, In the light of my room, it looks almost red, but it's not. It is more orange than it looks to me, but not as orange as it looks to you. It's deeper than that. It's more jeweled in a tone or whatever. And then the other, that's one prize. And if I figure out how to make stitch markers, I might do stitch markers. Stitch markers? Yeah. Stitch markers and progress keepers if anybody knits. And then if you crochet, I'll just do, well, I'm just gonna do stitch markers. I'm not gonna do progress keepers. And this is 365 Cotton. It is, let me see, let me twist around the ball band. I can't do this. Let me try it this way. Move it this way. Nope, it's in my good. I think this may be a cotton. I'm not sure. Okay, it's, yeah, Balm Wally cotton, 88%, and polyamide, 12%. And as for a color, no idea. I don't see anything to do with the color. No color name or anything. Nope. Nope. No color name. But it's just a pink. And it's basically coming across the same pink. And it's, well, how much is this? I don't see how much this is. Oh, 50 grams. This is 50 grams. So, yeah. And then this is not the color that it looks like on there. It's more green on here. But it's the same, 88% cotton, 12% polyamide, or it's Balmwelly cotton, or whatever, and 50 grams, 365 Cotton, and it's like a very green color. It looks very green to me, but this is the other prize, so. So, if you win, you will either get these two, the pink and the green, or the I'm just gonna say jade for this color. The jade and the dark pumpkin. I'm naming these myself. Jade and dark pumpkin. And if I find out that they're different colors, then let me see on my receipt if there's a color. Okay, it says colors on the receipt. It says papaya is 135. Okay. This is mallard, and this is papaya. papaya and mallard, and then fuchsia and turf. Fuchsia and turf. Yes, that's the prices. I mean the prices. That's the colors, and they've never been used. I didn't buy them to be surprises for this craftathon, but I haven't used them, and I've had them over a year. So if I haven't used them in a year, I'm obviously not going to use them. So, and if you win and you don't crochet or knit, then I will find you. I'll figure out another prize for you. But I hope y'all participate in this, because I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. And then the last thing I have to talk about is a giveaway! Giveaway, 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 giveaway! Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I'm doing a giveaway because I reached 100 subscribers. And actually, the last time I checked, I had 104. 104 people care what I have to say. Really? But do you want to see the prize that you get? There's going to be 2 people. There's 2 winners. And, okay, the first thing is I have all these notebooks, and you get to choose one. Yes. You get to choose one notebook out of all these notebooks that I have. So I'm going to show them. Let's see. Okay, let's do it like this. One, it's just like a white or a cream with gold polka dots, and it says journal on it. And then the next one is flower D that says journal on it. And then the third one is kind of a little different flowers and not as many. And it says journal. And I just thought these were just the cutest things ever. I loved these. And then I have this pink with polka dots. And blue. Well, no, gray. Gray with gold polka dots. And so you get to choose which notebook you want. So, yeah. Yeah. And then the other prizes, everybody gets the same thing. But there are going to be a few little extras that I'm not going to show you that I'm going to make. Okay. You'll have not a whole box of tea, but I'll figure out which tea in here I want to give you. Probably the true blueberry. I'll probably give you 2 things of that, or one or 2 things of that. Maybe just 1, because it's my favorite. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's called True Blueberry by Celestial Seasonings. And it's just a fruit tea. And it's caffeine free. Herbal tea. And then you're gonna get a pack of pens. They may or may not be in the pack. I don't know. But pack of pens, and they are the best pens ever. Z-Grip Flight. It is a ballpoint pen, but it is like the best pen ever. I love it. You get that. And a whole pack of washi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of washi. Yes. And these have little sayings like this one is to do, and then it says noted, and then it's white and orange or peach stripe, and then the next one is like, it's not chevron, but it's like it goes from small to big triangles, or like just that shape, and then, well, look at it. That's how it does, like that. And then the last one says important, and each person gets one of these, or both of the people get one of these. And you're also gonna get, each person gets one of these. It is 2 magnetic bookmarks, and I just think they are just so adorable. I hope you like them as much as I do, because I just think they are adorable. And then you're each gonna get these 2 alphabet stickers. This one has, it's just either black or gray or white base with polka dots or chevron or triangles or crosses. It's just got all different designs on it. And then this is just a white stickers. And then I think I might go back and get, got them at Walmart, might get each person, both of the winners, might also get a silver sparkly and a black sparkly alphabet sticker pad. And you'll get 2 of these. I did not make these, but I might make some. I might get some paper clips and make something with them. I don't make something to go on them, but I don't know yet. That may be one of the special prizes. I don't know, but you're gonna get 2 of these. The paper clip with chevron ribbon on it. Isn't it adorable? And you will get a silky smooth Dove milk chocolate bar. Now, I'm sorry if you're on a diet or you don't eat processed crap. I'm sorry, but I love Dove, and it's a good shape to send. So, yeah. And I think that's everything that you're gonna get. Oh, and I will send a postcard from my city. No, I think it's my county, and it has every city in the county on it. But I will tell you this now: the city that I live in is the county seat on there. So, yeah. And oh, I didn't bring the others over, but this I'm gonna put it in an envelope, but I'm gonna put everything in this, and then I'm gonna decorate this. I don't know how yet. And then I've got another one that's a little bit smaller. Well, a good bit smaller, but not teeny tiny. It's medium sized. And one goes in the big one, and one goes in the medium sized one. And they will both be decorated. And so, this I can't find the other stickers, so you I may have to buy some more. Yeah. So and you get to pick which one of these. So one, how do you enter? No. First, it's gonna stay open. I'm gonna say 2 weeks. Since I'm putting this out so late, and it is technically Monday, I'll say 2 weeks from Monday. And then I will choose by random number generator 2 people. And then, how do you enter? The way you enter is on this video in the comments. You comment. What do you comment? Hold on 1 second. You tell me what you would like, either what you like about the podcast or what you would like to see on it or what you don't like about it. Just basically give me your opinion of the podcast or of my videos or whatever, and then you can just tell me anything that you would like to see, anything that you like that I do, anything that you don't like or whatever, and that's it. That'll enter you. So, and it's not open internationally. If there's anybody overseas or even in Canada, I'm sorry if you're in Canada, but no, shipping is too much, and don't have the funds for that. I'm very sorry. Wish I could, but I can't. So, this is only US, but in 2 weeks, this is from Monday, August 7th until Monday, August 21st. And with that, I think I have talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So I will close this with a prayer. God, please bless everyone that watches this video. Please let it be used for your honor and glory. Please let there be a good turnout for the people that participate in the craftathon and in the giveaway. I just would like to be nice to people and give back. They've watched my videos, so they deserve it. And anybody that's needing a prayer request, I hope your prayers get answered. And if they're not answered in the way you want, I hope that God helps you deal with that. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And with that, I'm going to say bye. Happy crafting, happy reading, and God bless.